Chances are, I'm still going to be a little surprised if I see some action breaking out early on. Now, what it does look like is that Astra Academy might, in fact... Memo, you're not supposed to get out of a moving vehicle. That is a PSA for all of you watching at home. If the car is moving, keep your butt intact inside.
This is hilarious. And Mark is still going for it. Oh, and Memo's doing a fantastic job of dodge the UAZ. And Mark realizing, backup might arrive. So he is indeed gonna leg it. That was funny, yeah.
I kind of realized a second too late that it was actually a member of the opposing team.
I saw that. I saw elevated a few dispositions are. If the circle does shift up north, Nightmare are going to be in a fantastic position as Legend is going to unleash onto Godless. And Godless is alone?
Well, we were talking about it earlier, but Legend says that he gets a knock over here, which he does now again. Zeus, I was kind of thinking about the fact, wait a second, there's another team in the equation as now DRS are going to be driving past these fallen people over here. Godless is going to be on his knees, but soon he's going to be put out of his misery as Legend is going to make sure that he rakes up that kill, and he does definitely need all those delicious, juicy healing items from his body. Now again, Zeus Esports, the fact that they love aggression, I think they let it off a bit too late, making the transition over to the military island. They are going to lose a couple of members, but again, if it's only one or two of them surviving, they can deal a lot of damage play.
I've actually noticed this in the past from Zeus Esports, right? Where they leave one player behind on the bridge and the three of them traverse the bridge, right? I've seen this exact same play coming from Zeus, where they leave one player behind on the northern side of the bridge and then the three of them just traverse on past. He kind of being like the scout, so to speak, the recon guy, conveying information. And that's exactly what is done over here. Despite the fact that he's been taken down, before he died, he did hear vehicles making the way in a direction of the bridge, and that was DRS. And Zeus, yes, they lose a member, but they're able to find a couple of kills on the DRS and even prevent the rotation from taking place. So yes, they lose a member, but they do gain when it comes to an advantageous position, so to speak.
Also keep one thing in mind, because the fact that now they know that they're the only team south of that bridge, and if they have enough utilities on them, they can actually make their way to the circle without much folly awaiting them. While for DRS, it's pretty much game over right now. It's going to be a long expedition as you have a look, but ooh, that was a little dicey. Icy does have 4 first aids on him, however, his teammate just had that one. And again, Godless was the man who was left behind, as you did mention. He did the same in the previous games as well, so I guess he is sort of like a reverse scout, making sure at least that they have their backs to the wall. As Mafia Ninja, well, I mean, that's one way to get a buggy down, and then it flips around a couple of times. Maybe they might just have some hope if that buggy lands on its wheels.
I think that one's done. Yeah, that one's smoking, and it's landed vertical as well. The buggy's got a life of its own, and they could actually potentially catch Icy off guard, but no. Icy, he spots out AJ. That's a free knock. That's a free knock for Icy, and he's still sticking around here. The trade will take place. Mafia Ninja should finish off the job onto Icy, but that's Zeus, right? Like, sure, they lose a man, but it's another one all the way behind. They need to make a move, though. They are so deep in the blue, and looking at the play zone, XP, it is indeed going to be a sudden shift. Still has a bit off that bridge, which should kind of favor Nightmare a little bit, but they need to get out of the perch right now. And now Zeol, he might be hunted down. It is going to be Mafia Ninja. The hunted has become the hunter. And Zeol bleeding out in the open, one by one. Zeus Esports, they fall. And 1952, their eyes are still peeled, XP. They're looking for more, and look at how tasty this is. So many members, so many fish in the water, and Magnet's gonna have a field day just mopping the floor with them.
Well, he's definitely going to be attracting all that fish towards him and making sure he gets the kills, as Zeus Esports are going to be the first team to be eliminated. A few shots on the hill above T2K behind them, in fact, let them know that, you know, wait a second, these guys are going to get hammered from that end. This is when we make our move, and boy, did they do that to perfection. Now, you did kind of mention 952. They do have the upper hand, so to speak. They do have those ridges to you know, play around. However, Stalwart Esports are going to be applying pressure, and as soon as Astra Academy come in the equation as well, there you have it. I was just about to talk to these guys. The moment they have their fallen comrade picked up, they're going to lay down some bullets in 952's direction, and Magnet is unfortunately going to find one straight between that makeshift cover, which means that his game is going to come to an abrupt end. But now, Let's have a look first. Astra Esports, let me tell you one thing. They've got to move in now, especially since they know that these guys are going to be heating themselves up. And if Stalwart Esports makes a position that you have, they are getting, it's like they're reading their mind. I think something's happening. I'm maybe channeling them a bit too much. This is when they need to make the push and contest 1952 for their position.
Stalwart Esports are going to be thanking the Lucky Stars, or rather Astra Academy, for helping them out. They were looking like they're getting harassment 1952, but then a perfect line of sight from Astra Academy. That little valley was just a perfect position for 1952 if Astra Academy weren't around. But KAYEAH, he's tried his best to stay alive out in the blue, but eventually he will be taken out by the play zone. Reviews keeping him at bay, and with that we bid adieu to SD Gaming as well. Down to the final 5 teams, 14 still alive. LIT though, all 4 members alive and kicking. Stalwart and Astra Academy with 3 apiece. And Pop is still harassing entry, and these 1952 members tapping away calmly with a mini 14, not quite spotting anyone out, but the moment the smokes dissipate, there we go, he spots a toe. That's a couple of toes being plucked away by the bullets off tops. And Astra Academy XP, yes, they are slightly out of the play zone, but they don't need to move anytime soon. One more bullet is all he needs, an entry. By the grace of whatever gods he believes in, is still being kept alive. They still have a couple more smokes, but the bullets, they're just whizzing past him. It's giving him a haircut.
You know, they got to basically rely on Stalwart Esports opening up. Oh, this is going to be problematic. That's exactly what I was going to talk about. The fact that all those mini shots being rattled off pretty much piqued their attention, and this is something that should not have happened. They were already deploying those smokes just a bit right of that one tree that you can't really see right now, but Action realizes that, you know, he's got to be a man of action. He's got to leave his combat behind because they have been spotted out again. Have a look at that initial smoke grenade over there. It was already deployed. That was the idea to make it to that point. They should have probably waited for Stalwart to open up on 1952, but you know what? This gives 1952 enough time to recuperate and take the fight at both ends, Blade. Well, just as I say that, just as I say that.
Just as you say that, you're one with the serpent tongue, aren't you? And that is going to be 1952. A couple of members almost meeting the demise. Mandit has a lot to do right now. For Stalwart Esports, they're down to just the 2 members here, Reviews and Uzum. They've come so very close getting the chicken dinner a couple of games prior. Could this be the one? They're in a very, very good spot here, despite being down to just the 2 members. The blue to their backs. They can't push on in though. Now the problem here for all these other teams alive is LIT. They are looking good. 4 alive. They're on top. They have the bridge for cover as well. A couple of well-placed nades. They don't even need the nades. It is going to be Hozuan is going to get the kill and the finish. And with that, we will have to bid farewell to 1952. 4 members alive, and in a span of a couple of heartbeats, they
team makes it in the top 3. That is incredible.
Exactly. I mean, DRS, Stalwart, Astra Academy. So these teams actually just showcase amazing gameplay. But
then the upper hand in this fight, he does spot out Bay. In fact, he spots out KAYEAH in the smoke, and Bay goes down trying to protect his teammate. But now that car is going to be run willy-nilly through the smoke, he's still alive. He is still alive, barely on an HP play. He just ran right past him.
They have no idea, and KAYEAH, Sandesh is just bleeding out, sliver of HP, keeping him in the realms of the mortals, and eventually Smoke's gonna dissipate. Whoa! He spots him out, KAYEAH, he's looking for the finish, spraying blindly, goes for it again, not quite able to confirm the kill, and now P and crew aware of a snake in the midst. Another smoke there, and KAYEAH, I don't even know how he's still alive. I don't know how he's able to somehow keep them away. The res, is it gonna be coming on in? It will, and KAYEAH will finally be finished off there. But that got really, really scary indeed for P and crew. Somehow XP will be finished off here by Mimo. Indeed he will, leaving Icy. He's got ice in his veins. Bullets chambered into his weapons as well, and he can definitely deliver. But 7C getting spotted out. Chari, the last man left alive, he's getting tagged as well. How much longer? How much more can he take? He's got to fight too. He's looking for more. And with the explosion, I think he just wiped out all 3 members of 7C. Chari, you magnificent beast, you.
Love the fact that he actually took 2 of them out before getting obliterated himself, as that grenade did find it. But now we're down to the final 3 teams, and I love the fact it's a 2v1v1 situation. Lit Esports, these guys are well on their way to get their first chicken dinner, as Icy is still going to be in the smoke, hidden from view as relentless bullets are just going to be fired in his direction. And finally, a grenade is what finds the mark and puts him down in the ground, which means now fair. He's got to overcome his fears if he wants to get that W for his team. We were talking about 7C. Man, these guys are showcasing why they are one of the best. That grenade! We just saw it being lobbed in, and there you have it. we have new winners in the last game on day 2. Play, it's Lit Esports.
तो लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए महाकाल का दबा लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए 5000 लौटे दिख जाना चाहिए ये 4000 के लिए मैं यहाँ पे नहीं खड़ा हूँ पूरा साल मेहनत करता हूँ आपके लिए बेटा ऐसा नहीं चलेगा लाइक ठोकी दबा के लाइक ठोकिए यहाँ पे देखिए